Hi, I'm Heidi.
I'm Ali.
And I'm Dylan.
And we are here to tell you all about this brand new festival, the Banbury Early Music Festival, which is happening in September on the 28th and 29th this year. And we're super thrilled to be talking about this as part of Recorder31 month-long extravaganza of all things Recorder. So tell us a bit more about the festival, Ali.
So we're hoping that people will come and make a weekend of it. Banbury is a nice place to visit. It's got lots of interesting historical connections and lots of nice places to stay. So do come and visit us for the whole weekend. We've got some concerts, we've got some workshops, we've got people selling sheet music. And of course you're going to need to try out a bunch of new recorders and try very hard not to buy too many of them over 2 days. So the very first thing that happens on Saturday morning, you have to put your recorder in your pocket because the first thing is a vocal workshop, open to anybody, and it's going to be led by Dylan.
Yeah, so this workshop, it's again open to anyone. The music being performed is by Victoria Palestrina and Thomas Tallis, so a real sort of European tour there. And we're going to learn a little bit more about this music, but it really is just rock up. We've got the music, feel free to come and sing.
Great, count me in. So then once you've sung your socks off on Saturday morning, you'll want to come, I think, to the Lunchtime Concert, which is by Palisander. Heidi, tell us about the programme.
Oh, we're so excited to have Palisander with us. It's just going to be a really enjoyable, accessible concert. I've seen them live before and it's a treat not to be missed. So that's our Lunchtime Concert.
And then Saturday afternoon, there might be 30 seconds for eating some lunch. But after that, you're going to want to get your recorder out and join in with a workshop that's being led by Annabelle Knight on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, Annabelle's coming along and she has a publishing company called AK Music and she writes her own arrangements and publishes them herself, and they're fabulous. They're excellent arrangements of all sorts of music. So Annabelle's going to come and that's going to be an open recorder workshop, so don't forget to pack your own recorder in your bag, or perhaps your newly bought one from the early music shop when you're at the festival.
Great. So when you've had fun playing your recorder with Annabelle in the afternoon, you might like to listen to some other young players doing their thing. This is the Banbury Young Early Musician Competition on Saturday afternoon, which Dylan, tell us a bit more about.
So this is from 4 till 5, and it's basically an opportunity for any secondary school performers to play in such an amazing space, to perform music up until 1750 and to receive some absolutely lovely feedback from some industry professionals. So it's a great opportunity for any young musician.
Also happening on the Saturday afternoon, we've got a really exciting come and have a go Baroque dance workshop led by Anne White, who's a local dancer. So it doesn't matter if you're inexperienced in Baroque dancing, but you just want to come and try and have a go. It's a really nice, safe space to really try that out. So do join that.
I should be there with my at least 3 left feet, so if I can do it, anybody can. Following that is the Saturday evening concert, and that is being given by the Calder Consort, which is Dylan's ensemble, so tell us a bit more.
So Calder's a relatively new ensemble and we're performing our new programme, and this programme is basically it's an Italian grand tour of Italy. So we're looking at music by Corelli, Monteverdi, Marula, Casati, and we finish back where we started in Rome, looking at that link between Corelli and Handel and performing an aria from one of Handel's Italian operas.
Sounds great. Better have pizza for dinner, I think. So that concludes the Saturday, the first day of the festival. You're allowed to sleep after that, and then get up bright and early for Sunday morning, and the first thing will be a special service at St Mary's Church on Sunday morning, where Dylan is Director of Music. Tell us about it.
In the morning on the Sunday, we've got our Sunday service at St Mary's, and at 8:30 we'll be starting rehearsals for absolutely anybody to come and sing a couple of pieces of early choral music and actually actively take part in our Sunday worship.
That sounds great. I might even get out of bed in time for that one. If you're not such an early riser, you might start your festival on Sunday slightly later. We've got a fantastic lunchtime concert with Lizzie Gutteridge. Lizzie is a quite literally one-woman entire band. She's going to play all sorts of different instruments with a fascinating setup, doing early dance music where she plays with a live looping pedal. So everything happens live on the stage, and she builds up her own arrangements with this fancy recording. I don't know how anybody does it. I'm definitely going to be watching closely for that.
Which also leads me on to Ali's workshop. Recorder players can get involved in your workshop.
Yeah, on the Sunday afternoon, I'm going to lead a workshop for instrumentalists, so anybody playing anything, and we're focusing on a suite or maybe two from Shine's collection called the Banchetto Musicale, the musical banquet. So they're dance suites, and actually I've just come back from a week in Denmark where another tutor on the course I was teaching on did a whole week of dance band, and we played a suite from the Banchetto Musicale, and I've been home 4 or 5 days and I am still humming some of the tunes. So there are some great earworms in that collection. It's got two, it's a really typical kind of German style. It's got 2 soprano parts at the top, and they sort of weave in and out on the busy fancy stuff at the top of the dances, and then 5-part instrumental writing. So bring all and every size of recorder to that and we'll have a great time.
And that leads us on to the final concert of the weekend, which is by Sounds Historical. Alison and I are both in Sounds Historical, and we are going on a time-travelling mission from the medieval period right through to the late Baroque, and it will feature all sorts of recorders and all sorts of instruments actually. So that will be a real feast for the ears and the eyes. We're taking you through from very early recorders to much later models, so lots to enjoy there. Recorder players have always got a shopping list, I know, because I have also got a shopping list of instruments that I always want to buy, and hopefully this weekend this will be your opportunity to come and tick off that shopping list perhaps, or at least try some of the instruments that you've had your eye on for a while. Dylan, tell us more about what people can expect across the weekend in terms of shopping opportunities.
So throughout the festival, you've got the opportunity to sample a range of instruments, and we're really fortunate that the Early Music Shop are going to be part of the Banbury Early Music Festival this year.
I shall be bringing my string list. That's what viol players always have. Which strings do we want to buy next? And also sheet music. There'll be lots of sheet music for you to leaf through. Also, it's not just the 3 of us that are putting this festival together. We've had a lot of help and a lot of interest from all sorts of other people. We've had really generous funding from the Continuo Foundation, from the Gemma Trust, from a couple of private sponsors, from some local businesses. The SRP have really generously funded some workshops from Palisander in schools on the Friday. So we're hoping that it's going to be a great weekend for all interested early music parties and people to get together. We're hoping that lots of the early music fora will be represented, that you'll be able to sign up and find out more information about playing and listening to early music in the local area. So do come and join us.
And a massive thanks to the Early Music Shop for giving us this platform to talk about the festival and celebrate it as part of Recorder31.